When DJI launched the Lito 1 and Lito X1, they marketed these drones as pretty much the perfect beginner drones. Now, I have a slightly different opinion because I think that these drones are much better than beginner drones. They have some incredibly premium features, and I think they are absolutely ideal for those of you at every experienced level. However, if you are new to drones, one of the biggest obstacles you might have or struggle with when it comes to flying your drone for the first time is that ability to get that smooth footage that you want, purely because you don't have the experience and you're not so good on the sticks. Well, DJI have got you covered because built into the Lito 1 and X1, they have got two flight modes. They have got Quickshots, which is a multiple choice of automated flight modes designed to not let you do the flying, but let the drone do all the work to capture the perfect shot. And they also have a cool feature called Mastershots, which essentially allows you to basically select any subject and the drone's going to put together a really nice sequence video for you all automatically, meaning you can get some great footage from either of these drones straight out of the box. So in this video I'm going to show you exactly how you do it and what each of these quick shots and master shots look like, so you can see exactly what to expect. And what's a really cool feature of this drone is the fact that I've actually been using the drone itself as my vlogging camera. If I switch to my screen recording, you can see I've been using the drone's active track to record this video, centering me as the subject. Just one of the great capabilities of this fantastic pair of DJI drones. So let's get into it. So before we begin, we'll just check the weather on Drone Companion. Of course, it is incredibly warm, but it's just more of those winds we need to check. And if we tap the weather tab, as you can see, it's located as right here, and the flight conditions assessment says we're perfectly safe to fly. We've got some very low winds, nothing the Lito 1 or X1 are going to struggle with. And of course, we've got that nice 23 degrees, which is incredibly warm here for the UK, sunny, zero chance of rain. And of course, we can back that up by going to the precipitation radar, where as you can see, there is absolutely no rain due at all. So that's absolutely fantastic then. So let's just get on with the flight. As you can see, we've got Droney, Rocket, Circle, Helix, Boomerang, and of course Asteroid. So what we can do is actually use the drone's built-in technology to do the flying for us. So if you're not so good on the sticks, as I've just mentioned, you can still get some absolutely fantastic footage. So first of all, what we're going to do is show you how to execute the Droney and what exactly it looks like. So all we need to do is tap off that. We're going to draw a box around this building. Now that's going to now give us this option down at the bottom to choose our distance of how far it's going to fly away. We've got 30, 40, 50, all the way up to 120 meters. So what I'm going to do is just going to somewhere in the middle. Let's call it 70 meters or 60 meters will be in the middle. And what we can also do is choose this option right here, where we can set the resolution that we want it to record into. So as you can see, we've got 4K 60 frames per second or 30 frames per second, or indeed we can switch to 1080p if you don't want those files to be quite so big. And we've got again 60 or 30. Now personally, I'm going to leave it at 4K 30 frames per second, and I'm going to go ahead and click start.
3, 2, 1.
Now with a drone, as you can see, that diagonal sort of graphic, it flies upwards and backwards at the same time, which basically gives you a really nice reveal shot, and I absolutely love this. But now if you are new to this, what the drone's now going to do is actually return all the way back to the home point with which we started our quick shots. That's a really nice feature, that it just comes all the way back to us, so you don't even need to worry about flying it back. So what I'm going to do now is just move on to the next one, which of course is a rocket. Now this one is going to be easy if we get a little bit more altitude. Okay, so what we're going to do is just draw again a same box. We don't have to select anything specific. And the way a rocket works is it's going to fly above the building and then point the gimbal down whilst flying upwards. So again, we're going to set our altitude. Now of course, for the most dramatic effect, we want to go as high as possible, so we're going to set that to 80 meters. Let's just execute this and see exactly what this looks like.
3, 2, 1.
There you go. Now that's completed. That's going to come all the way back down to the original starting position. So that's the drone and the rocket that we've tried, okay? What we're going to do for the next one, this is going to take a little bit longer. So we want that sort of more wider shot with this one. So what we'll do is we're just going to go backwards a little bit, okay? Get a bit more altitude. We're going to put it in normal, which basically activates our obstacle avoidance. On the quick shot, I'm now going to select circle. Now this is going to literally circle the subject with which we select. Pretty simple really, and as you can see, we have our demonstration on the screen where it's going to tell us exactly what's going to happen. So all we're going to do is again, just select a box. Doesn't need to be perfect, but now what we can do is select which way you actually want the drone to go. So I think we're going to go head out over to the river first, okay, and come all the way anti-clockwise. So what we'll do is, again, we'll give that a start. Now, it is worth noting that what we can do is also tap this button right here, and it will actually crop in the image. Now, this isn't native portrait, but what it does mean is it's going to center it in the frame. So if you did want to post it on social media, such as Facebook or Instagram, TikTok, etc., this is the way you're going to do it. So let's go ahead and click
3,
start.
2, 1.
And of course, I'm sure you can see, you get the idea. It just adjusted its position, and now it's going to circle. Maybe a little bit close to keep this in the frame for the portrait, but again, you get the idea of exactly how this works. As you can see, it's keeping at that exact same altitude, 37 meters. It's going to come all the way around. And like I say, if it would have been a little bit further back, naturally, it would have kept it in frame. So please do bear in mind that it needs to take that into account when you are selecting whether you want it to circle, okay? But ultimately, you know, this is just a great shot. And again, obviously, I've not used my hands. No hands on the sticks or anything with this shot. It's doing it all automatically. And that is pretty much the perfect circle quick shot. I absolutely love that, okay? And as you can see, the benefit of using one subject is so you can easily see the difference in the quick shots that I'm going to be using. Now, for the next one, this is one of my personal favorites. This is a helix. So if we just tap helix, the aircraft ascends whilst flying in a spiral that expands gradually with the camera centered on the subject. Now, a little tip with the helix, I like to start a little bit lower down, okay? So let's just come much further down, because of course it's going to ascend while it is doing it, okay? So there we go. And again, just like last time, you can select the direction. You can also select the radius. Naturally, if you do 120, it's going to go out quite far. So let's just select 60 meters, for example, and we're going to go ahead and click
3,
start.
2, 1.
Of a smile, a phantom laugh. We built our castle stone by stone, a fragile kingdom now overthrown. I trace the lines upon your face, lost in the echoes of this place. Was it all a beautiful a symphony beneath the starless sky? You promised forever, but the word just died. And now the silence is screaming inside. Every promise turned to rust. Every monument turned to dust. Baby, rise on.
So there we go, we're just about finished any second. Then once it's done, naturally it's not going to follow that helix all the way back, it's just going to come all the way back down, There we go, back where we started. Right, so what we're going to do is demonstrate the boomerang. Again, this is a really nice one, okay? As you can see, the aircraft will fly around the subject in an oval shape at an upward diagonal incline. Now you need to be careful with this one because it does get a little bit lower to the ground, so I'm just going to raise the altitude a little bit further. Just tilt the gimbal down, select our subject, and I think we'll go the other way for this one. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead again and click start. And of course, if I wanted to, I could just select 60 frames per second, but I'm perfectly fine leaving it on 30. So let's go ahead and click that
2, 1.
There we go, so it's just in its position. Now it's started.
A fragile whisper in the dark, a dying ember, just a spark. And all the promises we made begin to crumble at your feet. Is this the end of all we knew? A shattered breath growing new, lost in the storms of breaking up, torn apart.
There we go, and we're nearly back at the home point. Now, of course, something like that is going to be incredibly hard to do yourself, but you know, you could give it a go. But yeah, the drone is now back to the home point, so that's going to stop any second now. So what I'm going to show you now is a final option called the asteroid. This is the one that you see lots of people posting on social media, okay? Really, really popular. So what we're going to do is, once again, we're going to use the same subject, okay? There's nothing to select with this one. We're just going
3,
to quickly
2,
execute it.
1.
Once again, this is one of those ones that are really, really popular. There we go. How cool is that? Absolutely phenomenal. So now we've demonstrated all of the quick shots built into the Lito 1 and the X1. There is one more really cool feature I want to show you, and this is something called Mastershots. This is essentially a predetermined flight mode or combination of flight modes that the drone is going to determine based on what you select. So for this one, all I'm going to do is select me, and what it's going to do is it's going to choose a bunch of quick shots and some shots that are not actually available as quick shots, and it's going to put them all together in a short video for you. So this is a really cool feature. So let me just show you this and how it works right now. So we're just going to stop our recording. We're going to pop over to the Mastershots tab, and then we're going to select myself as the subject. So now, as you can see, we can select the range. So we've got medium pre-selected, or we can select small, or we can select large, okay? And it's going to show us on the map on the left-hand side exactly where the drone is going to travel during this short flight, okay? So you can be aware of any obstacles or anything around you. We can also select the current location. Do we want to start exactly where it is, or we want to let it do its thing in auto? For me, because I know the surrounding area, I think it's best, even though we do have obstacle avoidance on this drone, when executing master shots, to just leave it in the current position. So all I'm going to do now is just go ahead and click start, and you're going to see exactly what the drone's going to do. So let's go ahead and tap
3,
that button. It's
2,
going to count down,
1.
and then it's going to go do its thing.
In the quiet of the shadows keep secrets buried dark and deep. A whisper carried on the wind of where it all begins to burn. The sky is tearing at the sea. Awake now from forgotten dreams. This heart
there we go, what do you think to that? I think it's absolutely fantastic that DJI have included these features on the Lito 1 and Lito X1, meaning if you are experienced, you can get some great footage, but if you are a beginner, not so good on the sticks, you can get some quality footage from your new purchase right out of the box. So that wraps up this video. If you enjoyed it, please do give it a big thumbs up. It tells the YouTube algorithm more people just like you that want to watch my content. Subscribe if you're awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. See you again soon.